My name is Angie Loving. I turned 50 this past April. I am an avid gardener and baker. Love to travel, love to eat great food, and favorite food is ice cream. I have a husband. We got married on Leap Day of 2020. And in 2019, I had a massive heart attack. Went to work that day. Didn't feel good the whole day, but probably like a ton of people just kind of wrote it off, thinking, wow, I really have this horrible heartburn. I can't even, at 46, I can't even go and have a glass of wine and a piece of pizza for dinner anymore. I started getting really kind of clammy, nauseated, lightheaded, which is super weird for me because I'm like a go, go, go person. So I actually got on Google and Googled symptoms of a female heart attack. And I read the list and I was like, well, I have heartburn. But yeah, I was only nauseated for a minute and only like, that can't be me. And I think, oh, it's after 5. I can't really go to my doctor. The hospital's only a couple miles away. I'm just gonna go and they're gonna tell me that I'm crazy. And probably a mile from the hospital, I ended up going through 6 lanes of traffic, crashing my car at a gas station. And someone came up and asked me if I was okay. And I said, no, call 911, I'm having a heart attack. Why? Because that list that I read on the American Heart Association said that throwing up was one of those symptoms of having a heart attack. And I figured, well, now I definitely have 3 of those symptoms. What else could it be?
One of her good friends calls me and she's like, I don't know how she's doing.
The experience is a real hollow feeling. So that was my feeling that night when I prayed to the good Lord that he would save her and make her get through this.
They told me, your heart is failing, you need a transplant. Are you willing to get a transplant? And I said, yes, of course. You know, I want to live. I have so much going on. Dying wasn't an option.
They also put her onto this machine called an ECMO machine. It basically serves as your lungs and your heart. So it's doing everything.
When she was on life support, we just was day to day, hour to hour, not realizing what was going to happen.
You know, all this time we're waiting for a heart, which means I'm waiting for somebody to die. You know, terrible, awful guilt.
Miraculously, somehow my own heart started to work again several days after being on ECMO. And didn't know what the future held. I had extreme paralysis. I had to relearn how to write and do basically everything all over.
Rehab was a great place. She got to start doing some things. She's like, we're not going to get married until I can walk down the aisle.
My goal was, I'm going to leave cardiac rehab walking in heels so I can get married to you. And so I did.
Getting married to Angie was really probably the best thing that I've ever done.
If it wasn't for the medical care at the hospital, the training that people had, the medications that I was given, all of that the American Heart Association was part of to help people like me survive what can be the worst day of their life.
The American Heart Association is so important to raise awareness that heart disease and stroke are so impactful for us. And the American Heart Association does a great job of outreach, of teaching, of providing education. In fact, there are about 35 million volunteers. Can you imagine that impact?
I think knowing more about what the Heart Association does and its mission, vision, and goals is super important because you can help save a life.
So the one thing that I would like for us to take away from this story is to take yourself seriously. When you're feeling different, you need to pay attention. Was it maybe the wine and the pizza, or was it something else?
I think that there's a reason why I got a second chance, and it has to be to make something better for someone else. I want to be able to share what I've learned and all of the amazing things that this organization does.